At the beginning of the anime, a strange guy runs away from an invisible panda. But the panda makes short work of the guy. Shortly thereafter, we also get to know the main character, Kaname. He is talking to his colleague in the classroom about the strange events that are happening in the world. Pixel-like outlines appear everywhere. Kaname receives a strange app called Darwin's Game, where suddenly a snake comes out. Shortly after, he is also bitten by this snake. After waking up from the snake bite, he meets his friend Kyoto, who warns him that the game is very dangerous. After that, Kaname goes on his way home. In the train, he gets a message that his new opponent is the panda. 2 minutes later, the panda was on the train, which attacked Kaname and wanted to kill him. An exciting chase awaits us. After a while, Kaname went to see the police. He was lucky because he found a policeman. But this was also flattened by the panda. Without further ado, suddenly his friend Kyoto appeared. With joint strength, the two managed to run away from the panda. They first hid in a parking garage. But even there, the panda has discovered the two with ease. While Kaname is bleeding to death, Kyoto tries to confront the panda. After a very exciting fight against the panda, Kaname goes back to his friend Kyoto to see how he is doing. But when Kaname arrived at Kyoto's house, Kyoto had already died. When Kaname was back home, he gets a package sent to him with a gun in it. In the meantime, we meet Wang. Wang is the leader of the 8 clan. He once wiped out the Yakuza. Without further ado, in the evening, Kaname sets out to meet his new opponent. He is located in an abandoned warehouse. There we also meet Shuko for the first time. Shuka tries to explain the game better to Kaname. She told him that if he doesn't want to play the game, he should just die. Shortly after that, Shuka started to attack Kaname because he doesn't want to cooperate with her. Without further ado, the game began. Shuka then attacked him with full force, using her chain ability. Shuka cleverly blocked all the exits. After an eager chase, Kaname activates his ability. His ability is that he cannot give up. Without further ado, he conjures from his hand the pistol he was giving in the morning. This pistol helps Kaname enormously to defend himself. Through his newfound ability, Kaname manages to overpower Shuka. After the fight, Shuka recognizes Kaname and he receives her points. With these points, he can buy items in the real world. After the fight, Kaname collapses from exhaustion. When he woke up, he was suddenly in a completely strange bed, where Shuka greeted him. In Shuka's apartment, they talk about clans that exist in the Darwin's Game. Shuka wants to start his own clan with Kaname, but since Kaname is not yet Class B2, he could not reciprocate this request. Then when Kaname was shopping, all of a sudden the treasure hunt event starts. Shuka explained to him all the important information about this new event. Together they set out to find clues to the treasure. During the search they are visited by a pursuer. The pursuer steals Kaname's cell phone. Thereupon Kaname is forced to follow him. The two started to fight. When Shuka joined, the fight was also over. The pursuer then introduced himself as Inuke. A few minutes later, everyone was teleported to the treasure hunt. The treasure hunt began. In the treasure hunt, you have to collect rings to win. The treasure hunt also includes the dangerous Wang, who recently killed the Yakuza. Players have 24 hours to find the different rings in the event. Each ring has a different crystal with different points. The players who don't get 3 rings within the 24 hours will face death. Since Kaname has been separated from Shuka, he sets out alone to find the rings. On his cell phone is a camera that can detect these rings. Kaname notices that he is locked in his building and is being chased by a man with an axe. Kaname has no chance against him and gives him his ring to escape. Translated with Audible cum translator free version. When he tried to escape in the elevator, he finds the man dead in the elevator. Meanwhile, Kaname meets Kashiwagi Rain for the first time. On another battlefield, Shuka is pursued by some people, but she defeats them with ease. Along the way, Rain and Kaname try to escape from the skyscraper. Rain explains to him that the person who covers everything with plants is the florist. The florist uses the dead bodies to attack the two, but they escape with a stun grenade. After finding out that the florist is in the camera room, the two set out to confront him. Once they found the florist, Kaname began to fight with him. However, Kaname quickly realized how exhausted he was. Because of this, the florist won with ease. But before he could kill Kaname, he conjures up an axe and new ammunition. This ammunition is extra strong due to his ability. Thus Kaname managed to turn the tide and defeat the florist. The florist asked to die, but Kaname was against it. On another battlefield, Shuka fights off many enemies. Then to rest briefly, she goes into a subway station. Meanwhile, Kaname teams up with the florist and the axe guy. The axe guy then also introduces himself as Ryuji. Together they make a plan to win the game. In the subway station where Shuka is, the room suddenly fills with water. Shuka tries to escape, but the exits are blocked with a layer of ice. Kaname and his team are on their way to find Shuka. During the search they meet Sui. Sui joins the others. When they arrive at the subway station, they see that the whole station is flooded. Kaname hits the ice wall where Shuka is trapped behind. He smashes the ice wall with his gun and rescues Shuka from prison. When the two escape, they meet Sui. Meanwhile, Wang attacks the florist and Rain. Rain and the florist fight desperately against Wang's troops. However, the two of you just didn't stand a chance. In the later course, Kaname and the others meet up to help the two. Together, the situation looked much better. But after a very long fight, Kaname had to admit defeat. But Kaname still has a trump card. He has found the key to the treasure. Kaname tells him the code for the locker. He tosses the key to Wang and meanwhile enters the correct code at the lockers. The locker opens. Inside the locker is the treasure. The treasure is a package with a cell phone inside. After he picks up the cell phone, he gets a call from the game master. The game master gives him 1,000 points and a privilege. This privilege is a wish that Kaname can make up. Kaname wishes for the high roller privilege. By doing so, he can force his opponent to bet the same amount in a game. After the game was over, everyone joined together to form a clan. Kaname faces Danjao in a fight to join forces with him if he wins. But there was no winner, because Yulin interferes in the fight and kidnaps Kaname. The remaining allies of Kaname set out to free him. After an exciting chase, they manage to stop Yulin's car. Yulin challenges everyone to a game, but Yulin loses. The 8 clan makes trouble in the city and kidnaps a friend of Kaname to force him to fight. To save Kaname's friend, Kaname turns himself into the 8 clan. When Kaname found his friend, he had already been killed. Because of the sad loss, Kaname's clan began to kill the entire 8 clan. But Wang escaped from Kaname's clan. Shuka pursued Wang alone. Shuka fought with Wang and won against him. But before she could kill him, he teleports away. Only he teleports right in front of Kaname. Kaname uses his high roller ability. And since Kaname's clan has more coins, he completely defeats the 8 clan. And with that, this anime ends as well. Best leave a like and comment to see more recaps.